Hey YouTube, I'm back with another deck profile. Getting this one out a little bit late. I've had these decks built for a while now, but for some reason I've just been really busy that I forgot to post anything last 1 or 2 days. But anyway, this is coming out a day late. But this is going to be the Angel Feather Gavrail rescue focus build. So rescue focus build meaning it doesn't have no seal in here. So don't think that it's not like I made the deck completely terrible. I was just wanting to build this deck to showcase the rescue ability and emphasize rescue playstyle as opposed to the previous build, which was more focused on just like traditional Angel Feather powering up Broken Heart and Gavrail's GB2 skill and abusing that on defense and on offense, cycling with the stand trigger again and again. So, I mean, that deck is still really good. No Seal Draw Engine is still really good. And it is actually one of the higher tier decks right now. But this is just more of like I don't know, if you don't have the no-seal cards, it's too hard to find the old no-seal like the grade 1 and stuff like that, and the stand trigger and things like that. This is going to be the deck that you could build if you want to build the new Stride Focus deck for Angel Feathers. It's still really fun. Essentially, what the general theme that I've gotten so far in playtesting these new decks is that it seems to be more focused on getting multiple attacks now. Kind of like what the Genesis Witches did, like what Chamomile did and Melissa did when they were Soul Blasted, they come to the field. Now stuff, it's like when it gets healed, it can come to the field. So there's things like that, or it goes on damage when it comes to the field. So they're starting to add that sort of game mechanic now. So Angel Feather can get multiple attacks, more than like 3 or 4 attacks. So I feel like that's interesting. As far as how competitive it is, I would say it's more like for fun or more casual. But it's still really fun build. Definitely you can try it out if you have the cards. So anyway, it's going to focus on for Gavrail. So she's the main Vanguard still. So you want to try to ride this card because there is a grade 2 that is dependent on Gavrail being the Vanguard. If she's not the Vanguard, the other Vanguard is the Retractor Serakiel. So I replaced No Seal with this to test Rescue. So this is the card when it's placed on V. You can counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, check top 5, search for a card with Rescue ability. So you want to try to run, if you're running this card, I recommend running as many other cards in the deck that have the Rescue ability, just to increase the consistency of this skill. Similar to like the Kagro Overlord, like the Legends ability to check top 5, search for a Flame Dragon, stuff like that. So definitely run Rescue. This is really good for Rescue. It also has a other Vanguard effect of GB1, Rescue 1. When your other unit is placed on R or G, keep in mind R or G, you can do that to heal a card and then deal 1 damage. So you just basically do a Rescue 1. Not too bad. It can proc like trigger effects to make it go off, stuff like that. So overall, it's a pretty fun deck. But I may bring back No Seal after a while, after I get tired of this stuff. But yeah, so it's the grade 3s. Not a whole lot more to say. For grade 2, still 4 Nurse of Broken Heart. This is like really good. You really need to run 4 of these. It's just too important for the deck. It's what gets you your big numbers on both one of your rear guard or multiple rear guard lanes if you got 2 of them on the field. Plus it powers up the Vanguard as well. So it's always just a really good card. Next, I am testing 3 Black Dream Zabania. So this is the Glimmer Breath clone. If you've got Gavrail as the Vanguard, it does that effect of Rescue 1. You get to call a card from your damage zone and that unit gets 2k. Choose a card from damage zone, heal, and deal 1 damage. So the healing and dealing damage, that's basically the Rescue 1 skill going off. And then there's a lot of cards in the deck that have additional effects that activate when the rescue effect is going off or when it's resolving. So that's why it's kind of like a combo piece card. So I'm running 3 of it. Next I'm running 2 Treatment Nurse. So she has a Rescue 1 rearguard skill, GB1 skill. When this attack hits a Vanguard, choose a card from damage zone, heal it, and deal 1 damage. So she can potentially get you multiple attacks, kind of like Asmodal in Celestials, which was the Legion mate for Celestials. But she's kind of like that. She's kind of a pressure card. Running 2 copies is good. She's got rescue, so she's searchable and stuff like that. So overall, playtesting it like this seems to be pretty decent. And then the last 2 grade 2s are Laser Cutter, Kale. She does not have a rescue effect. She's the only rear guard. Well, okay, Broken Heart doesn't have a rescue effect either, but Broken Heart's just too good. But basically, when this card goes in the drop zone, from the damage zone, you may call to R. So when it's healed, this is like what I was talking about earlier. It's kind of like, I think, it reminds me of Chamomile in Genesis. When she was Soul Blasted, you counter +1 Superior Call her. This is when she's healed, you can Superior Call her. And then if she was called from rescue ability, she gets 3k. So that makes her like the new, I forgot her name, but it's like Witch Oneon or something. It's basically the newer one that replaced Chamomile, where it gets 3k when it's called. So kind of like that. It's very similar. So similar playstyle overall. So that's the grade 2s. For grade 1s, because we have the ability to search, rescue. This is the Rescue Perfect Guard. I did pull this SP, so I decided, well, you know what, we'll run these over the Ragwills. So it has the Rescue 1 skill of when it's placed on Guardian Circle, and you have a face-up. Basically, if you have a copy of this in your damage zone, you may pay the cost to counterblast 1. If you choose a card from damage zone heal, choose. So basically, if you have one of this in the damage zone, you can activate her Rescue 1 skill when this is placed on Guardian Circle. So, not super good in playtesting. I thought it had potential, but so far I haven't been able to figure out the optimal usage of this. It cannot protect Broken Heart, so that's why I still don't really like it that much. And it's also not the type of card that can bounce back to your hand like a lot of these new Perfect Guards seem to be able to do, where they can function as both like an offensive booster and then they can retreat back to the hand. So overall, it's not that good in terms of its utility, but who knows? It's one of those cards that could probably get a whole lot better over time, just because it does things, right? It has potential to start weird combos. So, and then 3 Stride Enablers. Down from 4 to make room for just extra rear guards, grade 1s. So one of them being 3 Drill Motor Nurse. So she's the same as Kale. She's like a witch of, was it Cats, Melissa. So basically when she's healed, you can Superior Call her, and if that happened from a rescue effect, then she gets 3k. So just a pretty good booster on a turn with rescue combos. And then 3 Black Bomber Malik. So this is a 3 or 4 of. When it's placed on R from the damage zone, it gets rescue 1, which is at the end of the battle that it attacked or boost. If that battle is a battle that the Vanguard was attacked, then choose a card from damage zone heal. So basically, you do rescue 1. So I mean 3. So I've seen some people run like 4 of this, but again, I don't know. It's another one where it's like it requires rescue combos to be happening for it to actually do that stuff. And it's like a one-time thing because it's when it's placed on R from damage zone. So it's not like it's a consistent booster that can do that all the time. And then I am trying 1 Nurse of Smash Art. Just because this was a card that was getting hyped quite a bit, at least in my area. People were talking about, Angel Feather finally gets their Dindre or their draw engine card, grade 1. But it's not really the same style. It's unique to Angel Feather. One thing I will point out, it's not GB restricted, which can do some pretty good stuff with Celestials. Or even like Metatron or Shamshell or stuff like that. So that's her Smash Art. Basically, when she's healed and put in the drop zone, you can Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. If you don't want to run her, run the 4th Stride Enabler or run like a 4th one of this one. So that's grade 1s. For the trigger lineup, I am not running the Rescue stand trigger just because Doctroid Refros is still at 4, at least in the English Vanguard game. So this is just way too good with Broken Heart. So I kept that engine in here. But I did take out the 2 no-still stands that I was running and the 2 vanilla stands for 4 Black Spark Munkar. So this is basically Gavrail's equivalent of Thumb Part Worker. And then 4 Critical Hit Angel. I mean, there's no reason why you don't have to run this, or why you shouldn't run this. It's just pretty good from a victory style card. And then Sunny Small Angel. Like I said in a previous video, Sunny Small Angel is not really all that required. It's nice to be able to have the option, though, to bounce it back and then heal again and just annoy the opponent more. But usually I'll use her for G-Guardian, so I tend not to call her down anymore. So if you don't have this card, what I'm saying is you don't have this card if it's because it's like a really old card now. It doesn't really matter. You can run the new one. I think the new one has better art, but her art's not that bad. And then the starter is Black Report Ridwan. So like a lot of the new starters now, she doesn't use any counterblast, and she has an additional effect of the rescue ability built in. So just the go-to starter for rescue. So that's basically it for the main deck. For the Stride deck, we're running 4 Black Seraph Gavrail. She's pretty much essential, or I guess I would say run 4 of her, mainly because the deck does have that grade 2. This requires Gavrail Vanguard to do its effect, so if you're not on Gavrail, then you could still stride this, and then you have Gavrail as a Vanguard. So, same thing with my reasoning for running like 4 Dream Spinning Asha and stuff like that. So, same thing with that model. Then I still only have 2 Holy Seraph Raphael, but essentially you would want to run 4 of this. It just helps, it gives you a bit more ability to heal. But 2's not bad. I mean, at least I have that extra heal. And then 2 Holy Seraph Zachariel. She is usually my first stride, so you stride her first. She replaced Blizza, basically. So I have 2, so you can stride her first, and then you can again stride her in the end game if you need to. Where in the end game she'll be plus 10k. So pretty decent card. And then I am running 2 Holy Seraph Raziel because he with Refros, this is super good. 2 Uriel, which is probably too many. And then I'm running 2 Holy Seraph Suriel, the new G-Guardian, which is pretty good at getting, like, she does the whole thing where she can also activate a trigger when she does that heal and deal 1 damage. And then 2 of the original G-Guardian, because most of the time it's not too bad when you're at 4 damage. It'll always get its thing, so it's 20k shield. So, but yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like Angel Feather still doesn't have that consistent of a heal. I don't like how this one. I feel like, I don't know, with GB2 skill, as long as you have GB2 skill, this is good. But I feel like this is kind of a weak first G-Guardian if you have to G-Guard early, but it depends on how strong the opponent's attack is too, so sometimes it's okay. But yeah, if I wanted to make 1 change, I would take 1 each of these out and run 2 more Raphael. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I'd have 1 each of these, 2 of those, 4 Gavrail, 4 Raphael, and then the G-Guardians. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for my Angel Feather deck rescue build. Hope you guys enjoy that deck profile. And stay tuned for more Cardfight Vanguard videos in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.